Now, although your project already comes with 3 base calendars, the standard calendar, the 24-hour shift calendar, and the night shift calendar, it may be that you wish to create your own calendar that falls outside the pattern of these that you can then apply to your resources. In order to create your own calendar, we go into the same place, which is Change Working Time. In the Change Working Time dialog box, we can choose the option Create New Calendar. Now, this calendar can either be a copy of an existing calendar, so we can take an existing calendar and then make some changes to it, or you can create a brand new base calendar from scratch. We will start with a copy of the standard calendar, and we're going to call it Part-Timers. Okay. Now, in this new calendar that we're currently looking at, because we can see we're editing this calendar now, we want to change the work week. So we go into the default working week and details, and we set the working time. So I'm going to select Monday to Friday and set these days, the ones I've selected, to specific working hours. Now, the part-time is sort of aimed at working parents, so we're going to start at 9:30, click into there and type 9:30 for 9 hours 30 seconds. And then the finish time is 2:30. So I can either put 2:30 p.m. or 14:30. So that's 14:30. And then the 1 till 5 I need to delete. So I click on the 2 and then delete on the keyboard removes that time session. So they are with us only from 9:30 to 2:30, Monday to Friday. Okay. And you can see that as you click through, this is now the working pattern, the standard working pattern for your part-time calendar. To then save your changes to your new calendar, you either click OK, which will then close the dialog box as well, or you change to looking at one of your other calendars, so either one of your work calendars or one of the standard calendars. So let's choose the plumber, and we are then prompted if we want to save the changes to our part-timers calendar. Well, obviously we do, so yes. And then if the plumber needs to be one of our part-time guys, we can change his base calendar from the standard to the part-timers calendar that we've just created. And by doing that, his hours are now the same as the part-timers calendar. So he's moved from the standard timing to the part-timers timing. Now, obviously, he's working less hours per week. That could have a knock-on effect for the tasks that he's assigned to. But it's best to do this new calendar for a group of people than it is to go through and individually edit their calendars, assuming, as we've done here with the part-timers, that all the people you're going to apply this calendar to have the same pattern. They can still have their own exceptions. They will still apply. But here you're applying the part-timers' default hours to the plumber. And we could change to the joiner as well. Notice it asks if we want to save the changes to the plumber, which we do. So yes, and the joiner can be changed over to the part-timers calendar also. I don't need to change to another calendar, so I simply click OK, and that will affect the joiner. Back in the Gantt chart, that could have a knock-on effect on our project, because the plumber and the joiner are now only available during part-time working hours, but the amount of work to do is still the same. There's still 3 days times 8 is 24 hours to work to do, but these guys cannot do 8 hours in a day anymore. So that's a new project calendar that you then assign to resources in your project.